Okay, now that we have our placeholder image or placeholder slide all ready to go, let's go ahead and look at adding text to our slides. So the first slide in any theme is going to be a title slide, and you'll see more what that means when we go on to our second slide. But as you can see, this title slide and the title slide in most themes include two placeholders for text. One is going to be the title of your presentation, one would be the subtitle of your presentation. So I'm just going to click on here and let's call this My Amazing Presentation. Then I'm going to click to add a subtitle, and I'm just going to say, you are going to love it. So it's that easy to add it within the placeholders. Just click it and just start typing. Now when I select the placeholders, you'll see that I have some controls here for resizing it by just grabbing any of these corners or sides or bottom or top. And I also have the ability to rotate, and that's just by grabbing this green circle at the top of it. But let's look at that with a different text box. Let's just say that I want to add text in a third place. Well, this theme only had two placeholders ready for me to add text to. So the way I do that is by creating what's called a text box. And I make the text box by just clicking this little button right here that says text. Select that, and I've got different options. The top one is text box. I'm going to go ahead and make that text box. Now, I'm going to come and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag a box. And when I start typing, you'll see that the dimensions that I dragged that in, at least the width that I dragged it in, is going to be the width of the box. So when I get to that side, it wraps to the next line. Now let me show you what would happen. I'm going to go ahead and select this again, and I've deleted it. So I just selected it, hit delete on my keyboard to get rid of that. And I'm going to just come up here, and this time I'm going to choose text box. And rather than clicking and dragging, I'm just going to click. And you'll see that now I have a text box that grows as I type. So I've typed right off the side of my slide there, which is not going to work very well. But that's fine. I can anytime just grab that box and resize it. And you see how I'm grabbing those corners and resizing it, and it's making the text wrap to fit within the box as I do that. So either way, click and drag and you've got the size of your box from the beginning, or just click and start typing and then resize it after the fact. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to write, it'll blow your mind. And I'm going to just select out of there, and I'm going to, there's two types of selections for a text box. There's clicking it once to select the actual box itself, or clicking, double clicking to select things in the text box. So I just want to select my box itself, and I'm going to click this little green circle and drag, and you see I can rotate my text box like so. Now I have the same sort of formatting things that we had in Word or Excel. Right up here I've got my font, I've got bold, italic, underline, I've got the font size, color, the alignment, all sorts of things just like I had in the... I also have something called Word Art, and I do have Word Art in those other programs as well. It's just more used here. And that's this A that's white with kind of a blue fuzzy outline. If I clicked on that, they also call them text effects. These are going to give some effects to my text, outlines, metallic look. I can go down here and do reflections, glows, things like that. Now in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to center it. And I'm going to drag this box. Whoops, don't want to drag that point, or I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to drag it right up into this corner. I'll go ahead and resize it there. And now you can see I have text in a third location without using the placeholders. So that's working with text in PowerPoint. Again, you've got placeholders on most slides, or you can create your own text boxes, put text in there. The text that was done on the placeholders, you'll see, used the theme colors and fonts. This one did not use the color. It did use the font. It's the Georgia. And so I could change this color to match that one if I wanted right here, or just leave it the way it is.